particularly the giant kauri tree. Auckland does the urban side of life just as well as it does adventure. America's Cup activity has added an infusion of exciting new restaurants and bars. You'll feel feast on culinary masterpieces that draw from the cuisine styles of Europe, the Mediterranean, Polynesia, Japan, and Thailand. In the stylish precincts of Parnell, Ponsonby, and Viaduct Basin, scores of restaurants compete for your attention. A reputation for great art and fashion makes Auckland a shopper's paradise. Within the city zone, you'll find originality and flair everywhere you look. Local theater and live music gigs are another opportunity to discover the creative side of New Zealand culture. Main centers in Auckland. Auckland City, largest urban area in New Zealand. Great Barrier Island, a large island with a small population. Of major attractions include motor racing, horse racing, and garden fresh vegetables. Rangitoto Volcanic Island erupted from the seabed around 600 years ago. Waiheke Island, pleasure-loving island famous for its many vineyards. New Zealand's natural heritage. What makes New Zealand's natural heritage so special? Underlying New Zealand's physical attractions, its dramatic mountains, unpolluted beaches, and green countryside is an epic survival story of unique plants and animals. Puka Island, Bay of Islands. Cast adrift from the ancient supercontinent of Gondwanaland, these ancient species evolved in isolation and struggled to survive in what renowned naturalist David Bellamy has called Noah's Ark. Named after New Zealand's native, but now extinct, giant flightless bird, the moa. After only 1,000 years of human settlement, New Zealand has lost many native species. But impressive gains have been made in recent times to protect and enhance what is left. Include removing introduced pests from island wildlife sanctuaries, the establishment of 13 national parks, 3 maritime parks, 2 World Heritage Areas, hundreds of nature reserves and ecological areas, a network of marine reserves and wetlands, and protection for special rivers and lakes. In total, around 30% of New Zealand's land area is protected conservation land. In addition, research and management programs have been introduced to aid the recovery of rare and endangered species like kakapo, kakako, kiwi, and tuatara. New Zealand welcomes everyone to experience and discover its unique and precious natural heritage. We ask only that you make as little impact as possible, so future generations may also enjoy it as you do. Fauna, wildlife. Image source, Flickr. New Zealand kiwi. New Zealand kiwi. Photo credit, Venus 2014. New Zealand is a land of unique birds. The best known is the flightless kiwi, New Zealand's unofficial national symbol. Also flightless are the weka and the endangered kakapo, the world's largest parrot which can just scramble up into shrubs and small trees. Unique flightless birds, the world's heaviest insect and a living dinosaur. "80 million years of isolation in a time capsule, the unique native wildlife of New Zealand. Flora, plants. In spite of around 1,000 years of native bush clearance by humans, about a quarter of the country still remains forested, mostly in high country areas. Most of these remaining areas are protected from exploitation in national and forest parks, where they can be enjoyed by all. The characteristic New Zealand forest is a temperate, evergreen rainforest with giant tree ferns, vines, and epiphytes looking a bit like the popular image of a jungle. The giant kauri, among the largest trees in the world, is now restricted to relatively small forest pockets in Northland and on the Coromandel Peninsula. Whether you spend time in the wilderness areas of national parks or lovingly manicured private gardens, you'll find an abundance of fascinating native plants found nowhere else on Earth but New Zealand. Geography and geology, land. New Zealand is situated in the South Pacific Ocean, between latitude 34' and 47's. The country runs roughly north-south with mountain ranges down much of its length. Its two main islands, north and south, cover 266,200 square kilometers, 103,735 square miles, about the size of Japan or California and slightly larger than Great Britain. New Zealand has a stunning variety of landforms, from spectacular alpine glaciers and massive mountain ranges to rolling green farmland and long sandy beaches. Weather, climate, season, and temperature. New Zealand has mild temperatures, high rainfall, and lots of sunshine. You can also enjoy hot summers, beautiful spring and autumn colors, and crisp winter snow. Protecting nature. New Zealand Tourism Guide acknowledges the great work done by Good Nature for their efforts in control and eradication of noxious pests such as possums, stoats, mice, and rats. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe the channel.
dolphins are large, gentle, intelligent creatures who seem to seek out human company when you encounter them. The common dolphin is very distinctive with a crisscross or hourglass type pattern centered on the flanks. Colors include purplish black, gray, white and yellowish tan. The bottlenose dolphin has dark or light gray on the back grading to white on the undersides, although their color and shape can be variable. The smaller dusky dolphin, less than 2 meters long, is equally as playful. And then there's the Hector's dolphin, one of the world's smallest and rarest dolphins found only in our waters. Spending time with dolphins while swimming or diving in New Zealand is an enticing and humbling experience that is an incredible privilege. Best places to see dolphins. There are many tours and experiences across New Zealand, and every encounter is special in its own special way. The cruise operators take extraordinary care to make sure that the dolphins are not harmed, and in many operations, part of the tour price goes towards dolphin conservation. Auckland Harbour. Explore Auckland's MOERAKI Gulf Marine Park, opens a new window, which encompasses an incredible 1.2 million hectares of coast, sea, and islands. Go on a whale and dolphin watching safari cruise and spot amazing and diverse marine wildlife such as dolphins, whales, seals, rare seabirds and more. Northland and Bay of Islands. The Bay of Islands consists of 144 islands between Cape Breton and the Punakai Peninsula. Discover Paihia, Russell and Kerikeri, picturesque towns rich with history, full of authentic Maori culture and boasts of endless coastlines and abundant marine wildlife including penguins, dolphins, marlin, whales, gannets and more. Kaikoura. Caught between the rugged seaward Kaikoura Range and the Pacific Ocean, the picturesque coastal town of Kaikoura's special talent is marine mammal encounters. Dolphins, fur seals and whales live permanently in the coastal waters. Whale and dolphin watching trips leave the town several times a day, and the local seal colony is always entertaining. Along with coastal walks and marine life encounters, there are also plenty of cafes, restaurants, and shops to explore. Depart from Auckland and journey north via SH1. A short detour will lead you to the Kauri Museum, where you can learn the history of mighty TANE MAHUTA before having morning tea at the Gumdiggers Cafe next door. Browse Maori art at the King's Theatre before arriving in Paihia, the ideal base for exploring the Bay of Islands. Cruises from Paihia take visitors out and about in the bay. Don't miss the hole in the rock at Cape Breton. It is also the gateway to some excellent day walks. From the picturesque towns of Paihia, Russell, and Kerikeri, you can access almost all the bay has to offer. Whilst boating, fishing, and seeing playful pods of dolphins are some of the favorite maritime activities, the area is also rich with history and authentic Maori culture with plentiful stories to discover. Embark on a voyage of marine discovery when you join a daily cruise, charter a yacht or hire a sea kayak. Explore around Topeka Point, just north of Russell, to experience an abundance of wildlife including penguins, dolphins, marlin, whales, gannets and more. Enjoy a morning experience in Russell or Paihia before heading south to Auckland. En route, visit the historic Treaty House at Waitangi Treaty Grounds or stop in Whangarei Town Basin in the city center. A detour towards the Titicaca coast to explore more pristine coastlines is also recommended. Auckland is privileged to witness whales at play in the beautiful MOERAKI Gulf Marine Park. Part of the Pacific Ocean, the MOERAKI Gulf covers an area of 4,000 square kilometers surrounding the Auckland and Coromandel regions. The park is full of a diverse range of rare and exotic ocean life. For example, the critically endangered Bride's whale is one such species that can be found in the MOERAKI Gulf. Incredibly, over 25 of the 37 southern hemisphere marine mammals have been identified in the area, which makes up almost a third of the world's population of these species. Kaikoura, on the east coast of the South Island, is one of the only places in the world where you can easily see sperm whales. Sperm whales, the largest of the toothed whales, grow to over 15 meters in length. They dive deep into the ocean to feed. The resident population of sperm whales at Kaikoura can be seen all year round. Orca, killer whales, may be seen from December to March, and humpback whales in June and July. Several dolphin species are seen almost daily in the area. Whales thrive close to Kaikoura because of its unusual submarine landscape. The continental shelf drops quickly into a number of extremely deep underwater canyons. In addition, a warm current from the north meets a colder one from the south. This causes nutrients from deep within the ocean to be carried upward, a phenomenon that helps to support all types of marine life from plankton and krill to dolphins and whales. Best places to see penguins. New Zealand has several places around the country to go on tours and penguin spotting experiences. Keep our penguins and their colonies safe by giving them space when you encounter them. Avoid disturbing their natural behavior, especially when they're nesting. Doing so helps contribute to their conservation. Of New Zealand species, the Karora, or little blue penguin, is the world's smallest penguin. You'll find these penguins when they come ashore at night in the Marlborough Sounds, Akaroa Harbour, Oamaru, Dunedin, and Stewart Island. The rare hoiho, or yellow-eyed penguin, is distinguished by its vivid yellow eye band. You'll find them on the Otago Peninsula, just south of Dunedin and round the Catlins region. Dunedin offers the best wildlife tours, giving you an incredible close-up view of penguins, sea lions, and fur seals in their natural habitat. The rare Fiordland crested penguin, Tawaki, is a beautiful bird that lives in the rainforests of HAAST, Lake MOERAKI, Stewart Island, and Fiordland in the South Island. Birds are still some of our most colorful inhabitants, and New Zealand is a birdwatcher's, or twitcher's, paradise. Our most famous bird is, of course, our national emblem, the kiwi. About the size of a domestic hen, it has an extremely long beak and plumage that is more like hair than